Hey everyone, welcome back to another market closing live stream. Wow, we are in one heck of a world this morning on the opening live stream. I wrote down specifically one that I thought could end up being a very good trade. And this is I'm talking about the free live stream, not the course member live stream. And one that I talked about as a potential trade was Upstart. And Upstart just started taking off today. It did really, really well. It did almost at one point run back to $200. It's up about 9% today. So really good move on Upstart. You've got a little bit of softness in the crypto space right now, but good recoveries on a lot of our faves. However, they're still at reduced prices. There are also a substantial amount of almost anything software related, including fintech software, smoked. The gambling stocks, some of these guys just continuing their fall down. But the ones that right now are recovering are hardware related. Some software companies are coming back. Some of the fins are coming back a little bit, the fintechs. Like a firm coming back up to about 122. Did fall for like a minute below 100 yesterday, I saw. It was crazy opportunity yesterday. Toast, Lemonade, these guys all up 8% today, 8, 9, 10%. Big recovery after the fear that we had yesterday. We've got a little bit of a drawdown in crypto, which one of the things, if you haven't watched it yet, is what I highly encourage watching it. Watch it earlier because I made a video about 7 different cryptos to watch, and the cryptos to watch are because, or they're based in the potential of us going back to our trend or support line, maybe having an opportunity to buy and then launch off of those. So I would potentially consider some of cryptos if we get a little bit more of a drawdown. We did get Shift rotate down a little bit again. Blue Apron had some of its momentum evaporate again. There's a big momentum spike here within the last, actually probably about 2 months here. I mean, look at Blue Apron. We went from $3 when everybody thought the pandemic was over to $13. It's been an incredible play. Lucid, DocuSign continuing to drop more, along with Peloton, GGPI rotating down, Rivian rotating down. It is not a surprise to me that Rivian, GGPI, and Lucid are rotating down. They ran through an EV cycle on substantially too much euphoria. I do think that, unfortunately, there's a large chance of a disappointing kind of drawdown on some of the enthusiasm that we've seen behind Tesla. So it wouldn't surprise me to see Tesla rotate down a little bit more. And I do think that 12.9 will end up being a disappointment for a lot of individuals in Tesla, though I could be wrong about that, but we'll see. I do think that if Tesla rotates down, it is a buying opportunity. So I'm looking forward to the potential that this one can rotate down. Oh, somebody asked me about Squarespace, and I totally forgot to look. So anyway, somebody asked me about Squarespace in the course member live stream. I'll have to hit them up later, but I'll just mention now really quick. Squarespace was interesting because they've like halved since their pre-IPO euphoria. They've got decent growth expectations, anywhere between 12 to 19% over the next few years. We're expecting an EPS in 2025 of $1.18. That does put them around 30 times, so PEG ratio of just a little over 2, unfortunately. Yeah, the meme ETF tomorrow is whatever. It's highly marketed, let's put it that way. Okay, so let me quickly find out what Bloom is saying the top news is right now. Wash sales with crypto. Yeah, get those done before the end of the year. Abso-freaking-lutely. It's basically where you could just sell, take your losses, and immediately rebuy. It's great. Okay. Stop. Okay, one sec. So, tech is the biggest lead, with the exception really of a lot of the software companies. It's a lot of mega caps that are doing very well. Not an incredible amount of news, with the exception of the disaster with oh, look at this. Amazon packages pile up after the AWS outage this morning. Wow, delivery havoc because of that. That's crazy. I didn't know that it would be extending to a delivery problem as well. Yikes. Hedge funds fell 1.7% in November. led by macro strategies. Yellen says, what do we have here? Yellen said, oh, okay. All right, good. So let's go ahead. Nothing super dramatic in the news at the moment. Let's go to the sticks here as we prepare for the closing day here. What I'm really looking for is we had so much buy the dipping here in the morning. I'm keeping an eye on a little bit of a trend reversal going into the end of the day here. Look at this, folks. This is something I've been watching a little bit here, and this could create a potential second entry point if you missed the first few minutes of the day, unless, of course, we just rotate back into a fear cycle. It is possible that we rotate back into a fear cycle because we had so much pain yesterday. A fear cycle would mean fear over probably not so much the debt ceiling. I don't really think the debt ceiling is that big of a deal. But I do think CPI data Friday. CPI data Friday is going to be another nice buy op. Potentially, if it comes in much worse than expected. Remember, though, even though the SPY is rotating down right now, it's only 1% off all-time highs, which is insane. It's literally insane. The amount of fear this market holds onto is, for A, a lot, and B, like, all fear gets washed. It's almost like somebody's got like a laundry machine, and they take the fear and they just throw it all in and they blend it all up together, and then you look inside and you're like, well, I guess that's not that bad. Somebody here says they're 30% in cash waiting for the CPI data release. Yeah. And then, of course, epitome of mediocrity, mediocrity here says failure is priced in. Yeah. Elon was asked about it. Oh, thank you, Jolly. That's really interesting. The Wall Street Journal interview last night. I heard about this. I haven't read into the Wall Street Journal interview yet. I thought he was bagging on the infrastructure package, but I haven't heard about this. I haven't gone through the interview yet. So I'm going to write that down and go through it. Thank you for that. Somebody here says, I'm out of cash and scared to get into margin. Yeah, you ideally want to do whatever you can in this market to eliminate your exposure to margin. I am sitting at about 18% cash right now. I highly recommend that if you have options that are super nice and green, take some tendies. If you have, I mean, there aren't a lot of stocks that are at like crazy high levels, in my opinion. So, for example, let's just do a quick little look. And SPY's already recovering a little bit from that end of the day selling. But let's look really quick. So you've got Etsy right here. Or I'm sorry, I looked at Enphase. Here's Enphase, 221. Much better of an opportunity than where we were at 282. I mean, I've lowered my cost basis on this one by selling and doing some rebuying. But I did most of my buying around this 150 range, right? But this is a company that you can hodl. You don't have to trade, in my opinion. We are on a little bit of a downtrend right now, though. Etsy, another company, another one of my favorite hodls. I actually think we're on our trajectory here. We're certainly potentially heading back to the 200-day moving average, but it wouldn't be too terribly off from the trend that we saw starting in May. It's just accelerated a little bit quickly. Snapchat, another one that a lot of folks are looking at as an opportunity. Low values. Look at this, low values on Snap. Like, it's a lot harder right now to take profits on Snap, to take profits on Square, to take profits on SoFi or ARK, because we have come down substantially, which is great. We have seen a rotation. I mean, look at this bounce off our support line. It's perfect. So then we've got here, when are you adding new content? Okay, so the Path course releases before my birthday, which is at the end of January. So sometime between the middle and end of January. I assume you can rewatch the course member live streams. Yeah, you can, Adam. Absolutely. So somebody here says you're at 15% cash waiting for a major market correction. Yeah, I get it. I don't see the greatest opportunities for a huge market correction, but in fairness, we have not seen a 20% decline in the S&P 500 outside of March of 2020 since 2018's taper. So with the taper afoot, I don't know that there needs to be a massive anxiety to find the deals. I do think patience will be rewarded in this market. It's something that I do think. So let me look at AMC. Somebody's asking about AMC. Yeah, AMC rebounding. Yeah, AMC had a little bit of a pain move. Look at that, ran down to 25. Wow, Nvidia ran up to 321. That's incredible. So I actually finally this morning, I think it was like 309 or 310 or something like that. I've made a larger move on Nvidia, and finally, because I've been waiting for a little bit pain on Nvidia. I know prices were lower yesterday, but I was on vacation, which, oh well, I guess that vacation cost me that much more. But you can't think like that. So somebody thinks that BTC is going to drop back down to 46. It could, of course. So we go to BTC. I think right now it is trending in that direction to head back to pull back to our support line over here. That's absolutely potential. Shift is one of the smaller kind of micro caps here that has just been getting destroyed. I escaped Shift, but I love Shift, and I want to be back in Shift. It's unfortunate though, but I'm waiting for it to have some form of a U-turn, and so far we just have not seen that. So the auto sector is also one of your most pain sectors, and that's why I'm not optimistic about Lucid or Rivian. I would be extremely tempted to take tendies if I had tendies in Lucid or Rivian left over. Look at that rebound on Disney though. That's nice. See, that's that. I mean, it could always be a bull trap, but that's not bad on Diz. That's a nice little move there back on Diz. Corsair finally starting a little bit of a U-turn as well. Okay, what else do we have here? Zoom. Yeah, Zoom. Kathy's been adding to Zoom regularly. But I'll tell you, software companies just utterly obliterated. It's been rough. MP. Map Spy. Visa started its U-turn as well. We saw that this morning, that Visa and Disney have started their U-turn. So I'm actually going to circle those two. Visa, actually, yeah, even Redfin, Visa, Diz, they've started their U-turn. So is Lemonade a little bit. SoFi is a little bit back up. Pins, though. How's Pins? I can't really call that the start of the U-turn yet. PayPal. Hey, PayPal's back at about 190. Nice. A little bit of a start here. Good. Good. Tesla sitting at 4%. Unbelievable. All right, 11 minutes to go before the market closes. Let's see how our SPY is doing. SPY for the day, dropping into the 1 minute. Still rotating down a little bit here on the 1 day. I might. I'm so tempted to. I was talking to course members about this, and we made a list of like 21 or 22 different stocks, and we're thinking about making a loser's pie in like M1 Finance. Oh, sorry, what was this one? I highlighted it. Check out OR. Hold on, let me see what you're talking about. ORGN. What is that? Origin Materials. Yeah, I mean, it's always so difficult when people spam a ticker and I don't know anything about it, but operates as a carbon negative materials company. They take carbon found in biomass and turn it into useful fuels. Boy, I feel like that's an expensive process. Origin. I wonder if they make money. Let's see. No, they don't. Oh, they're tiny. $475 million market cap, expecting to lose a lot of money. I mean, there is zero path to profitability here. DraftKings, for what it's worth, by the way, is on that list. It's an expensive process. Yeah, exactly. I believe that. DWAC thoughts. I think it's a scam. And look, that's not to be anti-Trump. I think y'all know I'm in the middle, but yeah, look, there's nothing. There is no company. There's literally no company there. It's kind of like, hey, let's put together an idea, let's SPAC it. Worst case scenario, nobody buys it. Best case scenario, it goes to the moon. We raise money, like $1 billion, like they did, and then we hire people and actually make a product. So they've basically trolled the company formation process. Now, I actually don't believe that this was Trump's doing. Like, that's why I say it's not like an anti-Trump thing. Because I know a lot of people invest in DWEC because of Trump, and that's fine. But I believe that somebody had the bright idea of this based off Trump's previous actions of saying, like, I want to start a media company. Presented him with this idea. Obviously, he's on board with it. Yeah, which, I mean, why would you not be? Like, to some degree, it's like, hey, if you want to participate in creating a company, great. I just don't think there is a company yet, right? So I think it's backwards. Yeah, I think companies should create a company, raise money, create a path to profitability, and then go public on the public markets. Because otherwise, they expose a lot of people to a severe risk of bankruptcy. If that social media project fails, and I think that's billions of dollars of unfortunate potential failure. So those just those thoughts. That's I. All right, so good. Let's see what else we have. SPY continuing to somewhat rotate down here. This is on the average candles. It's trying to, it's being bought up though. Yeah, there's no question that DWAC is a meme stock. No question about that. Yeah, we'll do earnings today. I think Dave & Buster's has earnings today. And ChargePoint, I believe, is today. ChargePoint will be interesting. Oh, yeah, that's it. Those are our two big ones. Oh, and Toll Brothers. ChargePoint, Dave & Buster's, and Toll Brothers. Absolutely, we'll cover those. C3 AI realistically should be on my list of software trash, I'm calling it. Not because I think it's a trash company. It's just because the stock has been trash. I mean, look at that. That is disappointing. But I will write that down because that belongs on the software L list. That's a good one. Man, if I don't do this on M1 Finance, it's going to be so tedious to trade this. Because if you did a pie of like 25 different stocks or something, it's just individually setting all those limits. Oh. I mean, I suppose if I rushed it on a computer, it probably wouldn't take me more than 20 minutes. So maybe it's not that bad. It's just harder to balance. And there's no easy rebalance button, but you could use a spreadsheet and use it. Whatever. We'll figure it out. I just hate moving money between brokerages. It's just so tedious. My thoughts on your $10 question? Oh, I didn't see a $10 question. I apologize. I apologize. Who said that? Who was the comedian on SNL who, what was this? Probably 4 or 5 years ago or so? They'd ask him to apologize. I apologize. Was it apologize? Anyway. I can't find the $10. Where is it? Oh, yeah. With you putting 8%, did you worry about the CPI? Am I worried about the CPI report? Not really. I think it'll be very, very high, but I'm not terribly worried about it. I think I'm screwing up the impression. Ernest got it. It was Alec Baldwin as Trump. Alec Baldwin as Trump when he did the. There it is. Vinny. Vinny is the first to mention Alec. Oh, there. No. You got it. I think you mentioned it first. That was a while ago. I don't know why I remember that. But yeah, no, I'm not horribly worried about the CPI. I think it'll be, if anything, a little dip opportunity, maybe. But Bloomberg's expecting 6.7%. If it comes in as a nothing burger and it starts inflecting down, I don't want to be out of the market. Can I speak German? Of course. Ich spreche Deutsch, natürlich. Nicht sehr super, aber ich kann Deutsch sprechen. All right. So GGPI and the Polestar SPAC, how to determine its value and whether or not. So I've mentioned this a lot. I'm very worried that GGPI is and Polestar is really just a. Okay, this sounds mean, but I'm just gonna say it's the easiest way to describe it. It's like a grandpa stock dressed up in a thong. It's an old concept. I don't think it has true sex appeal, but it's been dressed up with batteries. It doesn't have anything, in my opinion, highly proprietary. You're already selling tens of thousands of the vehicles, which actually, in my opinion, is a bad sign because there's no buzz around them, right? It's not like a Tesla. So that's that lipstick on a pig. There you go. It's just it's a nothing burger for me. Y'all saying DocuSign. We already talked about DocuSign. I see you spamming DocuSign, but yeah, it's dropping even more. See, this is the thing. Like the software bottom's just not in. Look at that volume. Look at that volume on DocuSign. Oh, gross. Oh wow, 2 minutes to go into the close. DocuSign plummeting. Carnival's actually rotating down. Whoa, and so did Delta. Alibaba 125. Look at that. What was it yesterday? Wasn't it like 114 yesterday? Oh, it fell to 118 or 108 yesterday. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, yesterday it's crazy. Yeah, all of a sudden the recovery stocks U-turning a bit. I do wonder. Look at that sudden U-turn there. Okay, something just came out. That had to be news-based, folks. The spark lines, look at that. It's all within the last hour. All of a sudden, American Airlines, Spirit, see those spark lines right here? Intercontinental, Bitcoin, even Doge. There was a sudden spark down here towards the end of the day. I don't know yet what, but we're going to find out in just a second. Oh, and DWAC's running again. Hey, it's got momentum. You can't dispute the momentum. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean you can dispute the momentum. Oh, and the SPY, yeah, look at that. The SPY did sell down around the same time, but it just got bought up like crazy. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Let's also grab this here. Uh-oh. Okay, well, here we go.
Sector today up over 3% within the S&P, all 11%.
Well, I think we still have a little bit. Yeah, put me right here. I do want to see if there was any COVID news. I'll pull that up in the meantime, and then we'll do earnings.
Soundingly positive second day in a row, rebounding after last week's volatility and decline. Yields higher as well today, once again to 147. The VIX down sharply down to 22, and we've got decent gains in oil as well, up another 3%, up 8% now.
All right, there you have it. Look at that. The Dow Jones up 1.4%, the S&P up 2.07%, NASDAQ Technologies, holy smokes, folks, 3%, and the Russell up 2.28%. That is fierce. That's incredible. Wow. Lots of green. Okay, so, oops, wrong picture here. So let's go over here. Yeah, look at that. Look at that rally, that volume at the end there on the SPY. Oh, man, that's good. That's really, really good. So DWAC also just popped off towards the end here. You cannot dispute the momentum in DWAC. Never do that. I don't know why, though, the airlines and all of a sudden recovery rotated down at the end of the day. I can't seem to find a reason for that. And then you do have a little bit of a drawdown at the moment in crypto, a little bit of a drawdown in, certainly volatility is almost 220 again, but also a little bit more of a drawdown on Docu. Okay. But Matterport holding firm with 12%. Enphase Etsy doing well as well. NVIDIA, 8% on NVIDIA. Wow. And AMC, 7.7%. Okay. Yeah, buy the rumor, sell the news on, yeah. All right, let's do earnings. So first up is we've got, Toll Brothers at 4:30. That's lame-o. All right. Let's do Dave & Buster's and ChargePoint. Okay, last time Dave & Buster's reported earnings, I made lots of money on call options on them. Kind of jealous I don't have any call options on it right now, but I think they're going to do well. My guess. I hate playing earnings, though. It is roulette, and it makes no sense sometimes. ChargePoint earnings not out yet, but they are expecting an 11% move in either directions. So we'll say, thanks. My wife bought the same sweater. Yep. Thank you for that. That's awesome. See, look at that. Where else can you get this sweater? Love this thing. It just came in the mail. Oops. All right. There is news of another type of what? Really? Why am I not seeing that? Because if that's true, that's huge. And if that came out in the last hour here. Hold on. There's a live blog on NYT. I don't see that. Guardian reported it 5 or 6 hours ago. Okay, I'll look at that really quick. The Guardian. Actually, I like the Guardian. Oh, stealth version. Scientists find a stealth version of Omicron that may be harder to track, that cannot be distinguished from other variants using PCR tests. Whoa. The findings come as the number of cases of the original Omicron variant detected in the UK rose by 101 to 437 in a single day. The stealth variant may have many mutations in common with the standard Omicron, but it lacks a particular genetic change that allows lab-based PCR tests to identify it. Okay, I'm going to research that a little bit more, but that came out 5 hours ago. The recovery stock started moving down a little bit in the last hour, not 5 hours ago. Yeah, Omicron 007. It's what's his name? Tom Clancy. Let's call it the Tom Clancy variant. Isn't T next? I don't know. Probably not. The Sam Fisher. That would be better. That's it. It's the Sam Fisher. All right. Okay, 10 seconds for earnings, folks. Dave & Buster's and ChargePoint. Let's go. The Rainbow Six variant. Here we go. Dave & Buster's. No, not yet. Oh, they clickbaited me. Oh my gosh. Waiting for earnings here. Waiting for ChargePoint and Dave & Buster's. They should be popping up at any second. Any second. Not yet. Not yet. Waiting. Dave & Buster's and ChargePoint. They're scheduled to be out this minute, but the minute is still young. The minute is still young. All right. A couple appointments at Dave & Buster's for Vice Pres. I still don't have earnings for them. So we are delayed, it looks like, on Dave & Buster's and ChargePoint. All right. Well, we'll give them another couple minutes or so. Stitch Fix did just report, though. Let's take a listen here.
Share. So better than what the street was expecting with a revenue beat of $581 million. But there's been growing concerns about slowing growth as well as rising competition from other e-commerce firms like Rent the One, right? And just over the past year to date, shares have fallen over 50%. What's really hitting the wire right now and how investors are reacting is the number of Stitch Fix active clients came in lighter at 4.18 million versus 4.23 million estimated. And the company's guidance is also much lighter for next quarter at a range of $505 million to $520 million.
More losses than expected there at Stitch, and slight miss there on Rev. There we go. ChargePoint, 65 beat 65 mil versus 63.5. It's a beat. Forecast is a beat. And loss per share was 21 cents. Loss was worse than expected. $69.4 million loss. They expected a loss of 55.9. That's a miss. So we got mixed news here. Tiny beat on Rev, but about a $14 million additional loss than expected. So revenue and guidance, good. Usually stocks move off guidance. But stocks, I don't know. I can't really say the stock's doing anything right now. It's the market's very confused as to what to do here. I don't think they're going to like a larger loss, personally. I don't believe the market's going to like the larger loss. So, and I think generally I'm very early with the news on these. I'm waiting for Dave & Buster's. So ChargePoint, again, it's a beat on Rev guidance, a tiny beat on Rev, but a substantial loss. I mean, a $14 million excess loss on 64 mil. That's a good chunk. Thank you, Dana, for the shout out there on the crypto video. Really appreciate that. Very nice of you to say. I don't know where Dave & Buster's earnings are, but they're boring me. And I don't like being bored. Yeah, so not a surprise to me that ChargePoint's now falling. My hair is confusing the markets. Not a surprise. We definitely beat the market to this a lot. I mean, we've been talking about this for a couple minutes now already. Oh, yeah, ChargePoint's going to be under 20 here. Okay, come on, Dave & Buster's. Report. Yeah. Oh, well. Let me see if anything else is moving in the after hours quickly. We know crypto's being a little funny, and we know DWAC just took off, not in the after hours, but it did just take off. Beachbody's at $2.50. My gosh. Jeez, you can't even get a burger for that anymore. Neo's at 33, Roku. After hours not moving much with the exception of, Dave & Buster's down 4% now, and ChargePoint's down 4%. I'm going to go, let me see. I don't think the earnings came out yet, though, on Dave & Buster's. Nope. Still no. Dirty. All right. Okay. I'm going to give it another minute or so here on Dave & Buster's. I just hate sitting here watching it, and I don't mean for you to just have to stare at me. But yeah, anyway. Give it maybe another 30 seconds here, and then we'll go look at something else. White House quietly tries to reshape economic coverage. I don't see that. Yeah, I don't see any of that, Jolly Anderson. Or, I mean, I'd like to see that. But I don't see that anywhere. White House tries to shape economic. All right. Yeah, it does not look like Dave & Buster's is going to come out here. So Jolly, maybe you can give me a link on that one. Okay, cool. Pink is your favorite color so far. Well, thank you. Yeah, so this was not supposed to be this color, but the red started getting washed away in the market. So the same thing happened here. Burger King is trolling inflation with a 37-cent Whopper. That's funny. I can post the link. You can or can't? You said can. I'm curious about where that is. Or can you guide me as to where it is? Like CNN.com and then click here and here and here or something like that? So I'll go look at that. It sounds interesting. Dave & Buster's are busted. No earnings yet, though. No earnings. Okay. Well, whatever. So it does not look like... do you have a Matterport reentry? Yeah, now. I like Matterport. Under 24 is ideal for Matterport, but even under 26 I think is okay. In a more severe sell-off, it'll fall substantially more. All right, good. Dave & Buster's just sitting at 4% down. No indication of where earnings are at the moment, so they've already missed in terms of delivering on time. What else? Invitae is showing up about 3% in the after hours. Beachbody, Jolly, maybe you could post it in Discord. Just join metkevin.com/chat, and then you could put a picture and a link or whatever. Just tag me at @meKevin. 4K stream upgrade. I don't have the hardware to do that. And enough problems with 1080p. Okay, well, really the only thing here that let's see here. ChargePoint just went positive. There must have been another piece of news coming up. I don't think we're going to see a Tesla stock split. No. ChargePoint must just have such low volatility or a low volume because their price here is popping off in odd directions. Still no news on Dave & Buster's. Yeah, I saw ChargePoint raised guidance, but their loss was substantially larger than expected. So I think that's what was weighing on them. Let me see if there were any other updates. Cash on balance sheet was 365 mil. It started moving around that time when they started talking about their cash. Yeah, Dave & Buster's supposed to report today, but I've been staring at it, waiting for it to come, and it's just not. Killing me. All right, cool. Well, I think with that said, we've got some things to pay attention to. The potential variant, the stealth variant for the Omicron. We'll have to watch that. We'll have to watch some other political news. And we'll take it from there, folks. Thank you so much. Definitely, probably tomorrow for trades again. We did some transactions this morning, but there's more trades. I'm trying to do more trades tomorrow. Oh, okay, you got to scroll down. I sent a link in Discord. I can look right now. I'm assuming, which one did you post it in? Did you tag me? I do want to see that. Oh, thank you. Okay, I see your link. I got it. It's a CNN newsletter. Oh, that's interesting. White House quietly tries to reshape economic coverage. Not happy with the news media coverage of the supply chain and economy, been working behind the scenes to shape the coverage in its favor. Have been briefing major newsrooms over the past week. Officials have been discussing with newsrooms trends pertaining. Yeah, they're trying to feed them the good stuff so they politically look good. I mean, you would expect them to do that. That is very interesting. I don't love it, yeah, it's just the media is so shady sometimes. But at least CNN is being transparent about that. So I actually, props to them for being transparent about that. So that's kind of cool. All right. quick look at Dave & Buster's again. Dave & Buster's! Oh, it came in. Oh, it was a big beat. Oh, dang it. I knew I should have had a call on Dave & Buster's. Comp sales slightly positive versus Q4 2019, coming in with a 21-cent EPS versus the 12 estimated. Oh, Dave & Buster's. I love them. And they're actually not even up right now. That's nutty to me. How are they not up right now? I don't know how they're not up right now. I think that's a good beat. You know what? I'm gonna buy some Dave & Buster's because I love it. I want some. Can I do that? I don't think I can. If the market beats me to it, then I won't be able to. Oh, buying power in SUF. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna buy any. I don't have any buy. Dang it. I was almost that fast. Oh man, it's popping off now too. Why? Oh, because I brought it all over to Chase and I can't do after hours there. That sucks. Dang it, I got screwed on that. Oh, yeah, it's up like 7% right now. Oh, I was literally just buying it and the market was at 32.90 for it. I mean, it probably wouldn't have gone through anyway, but my order would look 32.90 is where my limit would have been a little clearer. And I can't do after hours purchases on Chase. And I literally just wired the cash that I had in Webull to Chase. That's a good beat. That's good. Good for you, Dave & Buster's. I still love you, Dave & Buster's. I played you so well last earnings, and I wish I played you this one. What are you going to do? All right. No, I don't think Kevin's FOMOing live. I think Kevin wanted to buy it before it ran up, which meant would have beat the market, would have beat the FOMO, but I didn't. It's okay. It might come back down tomorrow. You know, all it's going to take is a little bit of COVID news, and this thing will be right back down to 30. So who cares? The Dave & Buster's food is not that great. That's true. I see somebody saying that here. 8 at Dave & Buster's once passing. Yeah, no. The Dave & Buster's food's not fantastic. That is one place they could really improve is the food. I agree with him. Okay, my friends, thank you for being here. Enjoy your day. I'll see you later. Okay, goodbye.